So why CTV? So, the very first thing that was happening, and it wasn't a phenomenon of the last year, but going back 2 and 3 years ago, it was cord cutting. And it started out with the younger set. I mean, who really wants to pay $300 a month for cable or for dish, unless you have to, right? And there was just a smarter, more efficient way to do it. So people started cord cutting. That phenomenon accelerated, in the pandemic. And we can all, look at articles to justify that. We know that as a fact. But the thing for CTV, it's about its precision. So let's talk about traditional media, broadcast, TV, and radio. While it's great for branding, radio is the theater of the mind, and you could do some cool things there, maybe some local activations and things like that. But with broadcast TV, you are limited. It is a shotgun approach. You are going to reach, depending on signal strength, the entire DMA. And you're going to hit everybody at once, and you hope to capture auto intenders. So there may be a dealership that's located in a part of the DMA that somebody living on the outskirts is never going to come there. So the automotive people knew that they needed TV. They just knew that there was a lot of waste associated with it. Same holds true for radio. And the broadcasters all know this, and now they're beginning to launch their own digital products to stop that bleed. But along comes CTV, right? And it allows marketers, dealerships in this instance, to target specific audience segments, not just with us, but with a lot of people. They are then able to go and find those auto intenders. They are able to target, parents with children, things like that, and then to micro target into certain zip codes and neighborhoods that maybe are more apt to purchase their lines of vehicles, right? So they're able to do it in a much more smart way with more precision, with no waste. If anybody out there has ever bought broadcast television, you know what a pain in the rear it is, right? You buy TV based on Nielsen estimates, and it is an estimate of everybody that's watching TV. Radio works in the same fashion. So what happens, you buy a sample of the audience, and you buy it against a rating point. And then the day that that commercial runs, there's something that happens, right? The real rating comes out, and now you have to reconcile with the buyer, the client, and everybody, what ran versus what bought. And now you're having to run additional commercials. It's called posting. It's a real pain. But by doing CTV, it's very clean. You understand exactly how many impressions you're getting. The only thing that's on you or on the person on the other end is to optimize and make sure that you're getting all the impressions that you talked about getting. So let's talk about timely connections, right? There was a 92% spike in the time spent streaming with American households from July of 19 to July of 20. Wow, that's pretty staggering. So what was happening there? Obviously, a pandemic happened. People were at home. They were streaming their content more on their big screen, right? That absolutely makes sense. But then the other thing was happening was, Dish launched their own app, right? NBC Universal Peacock was launched, and Univision now is launching their own app, and all these different folks are starting to stream their own content into apps, into digital television with increased addressability because they know this phenomenon is happening. We talked about visual engagement a couple times already, and I cannot stress this enough. Placing video ads in environments built for video consumption, it increases engagement and overall effectiveness.